All this season, Rob Chappell over at Origin8or Custom Motorcycles in Oshawa, Ontario, hopes to transform right before our eyes a brand new and thoroughly ultra-modern parallel twin-cylinder Yamaha FZ7 into a funky retro-themed street scrambler. Did I mention he basically has just 5 weeks to do this in his spare time? To date, Rob has stripped the Yami of its futuristic bodywork and saddle, its 5-piece plastic molded tank, and the stock pipe and lighting system. Today, Rob is turning his attention to the bike's gas tank.
So Rob, we're back in your garage this week as this project FZ07 continues, and I see that you've been putting a lot of time into the gas tank. Is that the original? Because it was so angular the last time I saw it.
Absolutely. So I'm trying to bring it back to more of a rounded, organic style, less alien-like. So I've been spending some time shaping this out. This has got about 3 days into it. I've got about 2 more left, and I'll be able to make a plug for the mold. We're going to do a set of fiberglass.
Right.
So I'm going to keep the stock opening, so no changes there. It'll go on top. Uses the stock mounting points on the sides. Yeah. So all that'll go on as planned. The front's the same, so it allows the air to come in to cool the rectifier and that nut, and the computer on the other side.
Right.
So yeah, just overall less wavy and more organic flowing kind of tank with some cool knee indents, which kind of gives the rider a nice way to tuck into the bike.
Right.
Yeah.
So flip that over again for me. Show me this. Yeah. So this is the stock piece in here. There's like actually four or five pieces in there.
Yeah, you can see all the bolts that kind of held it together, and it's I guess it's kind of cool if you wipe out and you can just replace one side, but that's not what I'm really going for.
So when you're done this filler, when this is all done and sanded, that is now a mold?
So once I'm done doing all this kind of fiberglass and Bondo work, I'll seal it, and then I have a buddy that does all my molds for me.
Right.
So this will be actually the plug. And then when he makes the mold, we'll have a master mold that we can make all the parts from. So they'll weigh probably less than the stock plastic.
Very cool. So down the road, you could make more of these.
Yeah, that's the plan. If it turns out as I hope, and everything's working out, as it is in my brain, we'll be able to make parts that we can sell for other people. Yeah.
So that's the tank. What else is happening in the upper portion of the bike? What's the plan for the saddle and the tail?
So the idea here is that, as you can see, the stock frame has kind of a low area that really raises high in the back. Right. And, the stock seat had that kind of scooped out area. It was quite a low riding bike. Yeah. And for us having more of an upright riding position, I'm going to build up a base here that's going to allow me to have a seat that's a little more flat with a small kick up at the rear. Without butchering the stock frame, because I don't want anyone to have to do that at home. Right. I'm going to have a mount at the back that I make for like a luggage rack, almost sort of thing. Yeah. Carry your sleeping bag in the back to go off-roading and go up to the cottage. Right. So it's going to be more of that kind of, as I said, the urban slash cottage country bike, Yeah. So it should be very, very cool.
Awesome. Well, it's really coming together, and I can start to see this. Will you have somebody, will you make the saddle, or will you have somebody?
So actually, my brother in California has a seat company. Yeah. So I'm going to send my mold back to him. He'll stitch it all up and send me back the done seat. So
very cool. Well, it's really coming along. I can't wait to see that.
Cool. Thanks.
Awesome job.
Good stuff.